Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Manor Lords. As you guys could have seen in the last episode, we encountered a somewhat of a game-breaking bug where all my villagers were just standing around doing nothing, not producing anything, neither building anything. In order to save this series and save this game file, I opted to reload an older game save where I had to do a lot of things all over again. This allowed me to recreate the village a little, organize it a little better, especially the industrial part, which was extremely disorganized, as well as fight several bandit groups in order to gain some influence and gain some cash into the treasury. I hope that in doing so, we'll be able to enjoy this beautiful game. With all that said, I hope you'll enjoy this episode. This place looks a lot better rearranged in this state. I mean, it was such a mess, all these buildings placed everywhere. But hey, we've got a fresh new start. Now, let's see. What I want to focus on is upgrading all these houses to at least level 2, and then some of the houses to level 3, so we can start building a manor. Also, I'm not quite satisfied with what I picked in the development tree. I don't know about charcoal burning because I know that from my other playthrough, I know that you can... Having a woodcutter is all you need. At least I feel like that's all you need. Perhaps it gives you that little edge when it comes to fuel coverage. But hey, what can you do now, right? There's no way to reset it, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know any way, and I don't think it's a thing here. The problem arrives where you only get a limited amount of upgrade points when it comes to the development tree. So yeah, we will be running a little short on other important upgrades here. What I found out is that the orchardry upgrade is a really good one. It produces a almost limitless supply of food once those trees have grown fully. Whereas what I have found out is that vegetables are not that good. Despite what it looks like, they're not good. I just feel like the production is not sufficient enough, especially with such large gardens. It's a shame. Since the last video, I actually started a new playthrough just on my own, so I can kind of get around things, learn new mechanics and whatnot. And from my own experience, I can tell perhaps I'm doing something wrong again. I don't know, but I feel like these vegetable farms are just not doing it. Despite having, I don't know, 8 very large vegetable farms, I would only get a maximum of 30 vegetables per season, which is far from what I actually need. Also found out that in order to keep your little village running efficiently, you need a lot of oxen. Without oxen, you're as good as dead. Everything is way too slow. So let's focus on these buildings, shall we? This shows me. I also found out that by pressing tab, these little icons show up, giving you a quicker look into which building needs what or requires what resources, and which houses are eligible for an upgrade. I have also built these foresters here. You need these foresters. I mean, look how many trees we have cut down already. And if these trees are way too far away, the production slows down. Not drastically, but by some degree. And we don't want anything slowing down here. Let's see here. I've kind of forgotten what we've got going on here. It's been 2 to 3 days since the last time I played. We've got a tannery here, clay furnace, a bloomery, and a smithy, which we don't need. Smithy only produces tools. I don't know what tools are used for, still. But there are other things more important than having tools right now. So we've got a blacksmith and a joiner's shop. Creating small shields, which is absolutely not necessary. So yeah, let's keep producing pole arms, but let's stop. I also learned how to stop production. It's this little pause icon here. Very useful to know. So while we're at it, let's upgrade all these burgage plots. Also, chicken coops, also inefficient, extremely inefficient. From my own experience, at least. I don't know. Let's upgrade all these buildings. Let's also assign one more family to the farmhouse. Wait, only 1%? Well, we certainly need to follow it this year. 24, 16, that's something at least. I mean, it's not a lot, but better than 1%. We need more families, but in order to do that, we need more food. To get more food, we're really struggling with food here. We have to find a fix as soon as possible. We can unassign 2 families. 1 family should be enough to cover these 2 small fields. Let's assign those families here, so we get an abundance of berries. Got a berry deposit. Only 64, it's not a rich deposit. So on my playthrough, I was playing here, and I had a rich deposit of wild animals. I had a rich deposit of iron. I had regular deposit of stone and clay, and I am guessing I think I had a basic berry deposit as well. But that rich wild animal deposit, or not deposit, but the area, was really good. It was really holding me alive for a long time. You can really focus. What I've learned is you should really, I know this is all very basic stuff for people who are already good at the game, but you should really try to utilize everything in the region to the max. So when you wait, isn't the music way too loud? It seems extremely loud. It should be better. So yeah, utilizing what you got. Perhaps focusing less on agriculture when you have a lot of wild animals, and so on and so on. Here, it's already kind of too late, considering we've already used up our upgrade points. There's no way of getting them back. We gotta do with what we've chosen to have. Also, these chicken coops. We'll have to do some rework here. So let's upgrade. I don't have any timber. Wait. This changes dramatically. It's like you only have a fraction of time where people are actually happy, have all their needs fulfilled. Need to kind of pick the right time to do that. So what do we do about the food issue? Sort of a problem. Let's unassign one person here, and let's assign him here. Let's unassign a person from hunting. 60. You know what would be really good if we chose this instead of this? This instead of this? This is really good. I still go by the logistic thing, because establishing trade routes for 25 gold is an OP thing. OP skill.
Hey, you! No.
Also, I don't need 3 people at the communal oven. I'm not sure whether I like the mechanic where you have to have people assigned to even to buildings which are not producing anything just to have them stationed at the marketplace. I don't like that mechanic at all. I would much rather have it that you would have a lot more slots on the storehouse and the granary. And then you could assign even 20 people, let's say, into the stockpile, and all of them, or most of them, would be working at the marketplace, whereas a few of them would be hauling things from other workshops, or I don't know uh, what other use these storehouse workers have. At first, I thought they would also pick up things from ground, but I'm not sure whether they actually do it or not. What the most common thing to see is that they're just establishing their little marketplaces, their stalls, and that they're just working there. So perhaps that's the thing they should be doing. Yeah, then you would have to. I mean, the issue of not having enough slots for family members here would be by building another storehouse and another granary. That seems. I don't know. I don't know, man. We've got a lot of fuel. Still, the food is big problem. Importing food is not an option, in my opinion. Importing these things is way too expensive. We don't have. I mean, we have a lot of money. It's just not very sustainable to be bringing in food. 12 per 1 unit of specific food is just way too much.
You'll not find finer wares anywhere else.
Alright. Military-wise, we're good. We've got a nice stash of weapons. Who is the... You know what I would also like? I'm not sure whether it's there or not. But if there was... I would really love if they added a little icon to see from the tab perspective which house does what. You know, like this would be a little blacksmith thingy icon to show you right off the bat that this is a blacksmith. This is a tailor. I had a big problem in my other playthrough that no matter how much linen I had, no gambesons would be produced whatsoever. So I don't know whether it's a bug. I tried to search for a fix on the internet, but I only found out that it is probably a bug or a broken game mechanic where you need 2 units of linen. And the way they described is the worker brings 1 linen to the shop. As he goes for the other unit of linen, some stall owner from the marketplace goes around into his house, take that 1 linen already deposited in it, and takes it back to the marketplace so he has wares to sell. And by the time the worker, the tailor comes back to his shop, there is no linen there. And it's an endless cycle where he just tries bringing it back to the shop, but someone just steals it away from him in the meantime. I don't know whether it's true or not, makes sense, but who knows? Who knows for a fact whether that's how it works. Should buy another oxen. I heard somewhere that you need at least 1 oxen per 10 population to be efficient. I don't know. I mean, could be true. We got a lot of chicken. They're producing very little eggs. Very little amount of eggs. Hang on. I wanted to see where is the Fletcher? Burgage. Joiner, blacksmith, tailor, cobbler, Fletcher. Let's stop warbows production, considering we've got 225 warbows. And cobbler. What does cobbler do? He's making shoes out of leather. Oh, right, I see. got some goats. We'll change these into orchards once we research that ability. These are all chicken coops. And 12 eggs. I've got, hang on, I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chicken coop houses. And I'm producing 12 eggs. That's just not enough, man. We have already depleted the berry deposit. We can assign 2 people here, unassign all people from here.
Don't be shy, good sirs and ladies.
I guess we just have to force our population to grow so we can more efficiently work on the fields. Also, perhaps expanding the fields could help. There's a good rye fertility here. Also, we really need to focus on agriculture, so we should go down this road. These two upgrades seem like a must for us to work properly. Guess we'll just have to work with what we got right now. 14, that's really low. We need to fallow it next year, and perhaps the year after we'll be able to grow wheat there again. So crop rotation, fallow, and wheat. And let's set this one to fallow and wheat. So we will have no wheat next year. That will be a problem, considering this. Big problem. So should we force it by more? I mean, I've got 6 unassigned villagers. What should I do with them? Perhaps start producing some some charcoal would be helpful. Let's try. I mean, we've got nowhere else to put them, so we'll put them into the forester huts. Just so they regrow as many trees as they can in a short amount of time. So what are we lacking on the market? Fuel. What are we like? We're lacking timber. Yeah, the timber worker is not managing. The demand. Alright, let's stop the production of weapons and also the production of, yeah, the shield production has been stopped now. We're making carrots here. That's a very bad placement of carrots. Seems small. And when you ramp up the production of logging camp, it just decimates the forests around. It really does. I'm not sure how this works, but ever since the Baron has claimed all these regions, not a single bandit camp was established or sited there. So I'm guessing no more bandit camps, only bandit raids can arrive at us. But we should be ready. We've got, well, we haven't got that many men. We've only got 70 men. That's like two full squads of men. They usually come in bunches of 3 to 4 to 5. So we just need to hire up, bump up our population. My English sometimes, man. I have these days where I speak English in a very decent way. And then I have days like this where I struggle to produce even the simplest of sentences. Let's upgrading it doesn't really mean all that much right now. Well, we're getting that regional wealth, which is useful. Then they have higher requirements to be happy. Now we've got a lot of vegetables. We might be late. So, by leaving it to fallow, does it mean that we actually grow it but we just leave it there to die, right? That's how it works. I'm sorry, I never in my life have I heard the term fallow, but I'm guessing that's what it is. Let's leave it to fallow the next year as well, and then we'll plant wheat there. Hang on. Fallow again. Fallow. We should leave it fallow for 2 years. We really depleted those, right? Hardcore depletion. We cannot rely on these fields anymore. I really screwed them over. No, should I assign a worker there? Or do they just leave it to fallow on their own, on its own? Do they actually do something? Do you cut it down and leave it there, or how does it work? Winter is approaching. Yeah, they're not doing anything, so we can assign this person elsewhere. Unassign. Can keep one hunter as long as we don't need any additional manpower.
Who's using the auger? I need to drill holes for the pegs.
For the pegs. Alright. Of course, let's encircle these working stations. We've got 74 food for the whole winter. We've got enough for 4 months. Not nearly enough. I hope they'll be able to gather more vegetables. Are there any requirements for the vegetables to grow properly? Or more abundantly at that?
Don't be shy, good sirs and ladies.
I like the size of this marketplace. You've got 26 free stall locations still. Yeah, where the vegetables are just not doing it. Well, I'm interested to see whether we survive this winter or not. Importing the food is really not the fix we need here. Let's see, what houses should we build? Should I build houses like this? Hopla. Yeah, that looks good. Because I've got most of the workshops that I need. You know, Fletcher, blacksmith, and whatnot. What I need more is food. Although I feel like these would be too small for a orchard. Guessing let's build larger ones. I don't have enough timber. I need 12 timber. Let's wait. Let's wait a minute. Nice. Let's... I also learned about this. Yeah, I know, I'm blind. Yeah, we can put 4 orchards here. That seems like a reasonably big enough plot of land to build. Or should I do a crazy thing where I build it this long? Let's try to see how that would look. Let's try that. Let's extend this road so I have something to guide me. Let's make it more dynamic, shall we? Yeah, like that. Like this. Is this good enough? Then again, is there some sort of a mechanic where the family, or in this case, there would be two families, would is that enough manpower to harvest all the apples? I'm not sure about that. You can't really put more people there. It's very limited. But I'm guessing let's put 5 houses there. Basically 10, but you can put more. This one wouldn't have the additional. I like this. I like this. I hope I do. And then maybe put houses like this, and that would complete the living area of our village. But what we really need is a burgage plot level 3. And for that, we need ale. Ale and church. We need to upgrade the church, which shouldn't be that big of a problem. We just need to get some stone. We've got 0 stone. So we need to import 20 units, was it? 20 units of stone, and we will save the timber. Let's import stone. I want a surplus of 20. Good. That will cost us a lot of money. A lot of money. But hey, it's my fault. It's my fault for exporting most of the stone. We're still somewhat holding on. Managing with the food. New settlers are joining in. How much does it cost for a vegetable garden? 15. So what I really need to focus on is, yeah, let's upgrade this. And let's also build a tavern somewhere. Doesn't matter where. Let's build it. I don't know, where should I build it then? I was just talking about the function where you can actually curve these roads. Yeah, let's do it like that. So it's
Come one, come all. Feast your eyes on our fine
it's a bit more dynamic. Everything, all these lines are just straight lines. It looks, I don't know why, it looks a lot better when things are less straight, you know, when they're more curvy and stuff. Gives it that dynamic, that better look, that more looks more real, natural. Yeah, we're gonna struggle. We're gonna struggle hard with this one. Let's assign one family there, just to see what they will do this year. Fallow, 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 and fallow. Guessing we should establish a new field here. Cannot build it there. And let's connect this road here. Let's try to make this, and let's do this. We can put, perhaps we could put the inn here with a nice little house. Like so. Let's do this. Let's look at the fertility level. So this is very good fertility. Still, very good. And also this one here. I wish you could have these zones highlighted when you're building roads. I really like to encircle everything within these roads. I know it's kind of weird, but I am like this. Let's see. Yeah, I did somewhat of a good job. Not going to Encircle it there. Yeah, I like this. So this will be one big field, this will be another field. I don't know whether there is a point of putting a little field here. This will be another living zone. We'll need to put a lot more houses in later on. I'm guessing I'll put houses here as well. Although I need long houses. I need big houses with big farms, big gardens, so they can grow a lot of crops in the back. I don't know if this will ever save us. There's still a lot of fertile land here, though. And we'll have to import barley to make ale. Let's see. Let's build this little field here then. That's not little, but hey. So the fertility actually... Wait, no. Fertility stays the same. Need to do it slightly differently.
We all know what that means.
Like so. I hope that's not way too big. Let's leave them all to fallow.
Keep your half warm.
Although, we might actually need that 40%. Crop rotation. Leave it fallow for the next 2 years. So we get that maximum. See, it's getting up. Slowly getting up. 31%. Not that bad. What do we need? A family. So we've got a bunch of families moving in. Don't have any food for them though. So this will probably be a great problem. While we're at it. Let's build the tavern. Should I build it here? I don't know actually. Perhaps we should put a little pasture here. That's enough for 31 animals, so that's good enough. That's definitely good enough. We shall put the tavern elsewhere. Tavern will be here. Not enough food. Alright. Let's build it there. 12 food. It's February. Food variety is always a problem. Got tavern, we have upgraded the small church, so now all we need is to boost our food production and just get some ale. Right, let's assign all the free workforce to these fields. How much? 32. Well, I'll take the 32. We really need that. 16. Well, we need this as well. 29 and 21. I'll take that as well, and we'll leave it fallow. Got a lot of workforce. I think we can manage. Hopefully, we can. We'll see. What's next on the menu? Should I actually put vegetables farm? Just for now. Right, let's actually stop the import, because I can see, I just noticed that we spent way too much money on it than we actually needed, at least for now. most definitely switch this one up to, let's see. We've got a tailor, right? We've got a Fletcher, a cobbler, a tailor. We've got a blacksmith. We've got a joiner. So let's switch this one to brewery extension instead of the farm. Just don't think that farm was big enough to actually make a difference.
Why do I have to carry this alone?
We have a lot of planks, a lot of tools. Perhaps we could start exporting those tools. Yeah, we can. Why not? Make a little bit of money. Export. Current surplus 170. I wish you could do this a little differently. 160 for now. I'll have to check on it every now and then, just to switch it. So yes, they're working the fields. I have a feeling this is way too much.
Move that there, on and on.
It's March. It's still March. They've done a good work so far. This one has already been sown and plowed, so it's just growing now. These ones are still just being plowed. Hopefully, we will be fast enough. Let's slowly but surely start importing some. Hang on, where is it? Some barley. Yeah. Import. Let's just start importing it one by one. Not to shake our wealth too much. And while we're at that, we should build a malt house. Which, yes, turn barley into malt. Hang on. How much is... Barley is 12, whereas malt is 14. So it is more money efficient to import the barley. Let's build a malt house right around. Sure, should I put it here? I'd like to build more stables here. I really don't want to make a mess from this location again. I'll put it here. Still build a road here. Pack animals we got? We've got 10. Let's see. Plowed and sowed. Good. It's April. March to May, frequent raining, seasonal deposits regrow. This one has regrown already. Should reassign this worker just to get some extra food right off the bat.
Come one, come all. Feast your eyes on our fine selection.
Alright.
Summer's coming soon, and soon the heat of the sun.
We've got enough timber. Although, let's unassign these. Where do we need the workers, though? Got 8 working here, which makes sense. Yeah, we can start exporting those roof tiles once we've got some clay. Hang on, how can I see? $305 roof tiles. Considering we've got a rich deposit here, it would only be beneficial to sell them. We can afford it. Unlike the stone situation, which I completely screwed up. Roof tiles. I have already established, so we can start exporting. We've got this much. Let's put it on 280 for now. Let's also see tools. Let's sell another 10 for 60. Beautiful, beautiful. That will be a big harvest. As long as we can manage such a big harvest. I hope we can. Perhaps building another, just as a safety measure, we should build another farmhouse. Perhaps even here. Or here would be a better place. This one will be for this side. Yes, this one will be for this side. Just to make sure. We'll wait for them to... Right, this is finished, this is finished. Nice, so we can unassign all these workers from here. We'll have a good influx of workers. We can reassign one person, one family here. Building a malt house. We should have... Yes, we have 1 unit of barley now. So this family here will start slowly producing malt. Is it malt? Yes, it's malt. And then this worker will slowly start producing ale. And then once we have sufficient amount of ale, we'll start selling it. Is there a dog? What was that? What's that sound? Enemy unit spotted. I see. That's a lot of them. That's at least 4 units. Luckily, we have ramped up our population by quite a lot. Or have we? I'm not sure, actually. It does say we've got 120 population, but I'm not sure whether the male population has risen up all that much. So they're here. Alright, let's assign people here. People here. And let's leave the rest of the village. 4 of them. I just hope we've got enough. Yeah. There's 4. We most definitely need at least 3 units of this, of spear militia. Thinking. I'm not very sure about the archers. Yeah, this should be better. Perhaps these? I can't? I don't have sidearms. I thought I did. Perhaps I sold all of them. Yeah, this should be good. Let's rally. They're coming this way. Let's rally them here. Stop running so they are not exhausted. Right. It will be a tough fight though. Yeah, we'll make it in time. Good. Let's stand our ground. Let's see. This should be a nice little fight here. They're always trying to flank us, which is cool. The AI is a little more complex than just running straight at our lines, into our lines. I like that. Or are they going for the village? I hope they're not. I think they're just trying to flank us. Right, we really need to intervene here. Right. This is a victory. Getting pummeled here. Broken them. Perfect. It is a victory. With some losses, well, we've lost what? 16 men. That's quite a lot though. Very happy about that, but at least we won. At least we prevailed. Would have been a much bigger problem if we failed yet another raid. I would actually start thinking whether I'm even capable of running a village. Alright. But they are steadily coming back as in form of new people. Right, it's June. How does our harvest look? 20% June. I hope that's good enough. Yeah, and our population is back on its feet. Good. Very good. I'm happy that we're finally able to defend ourselves without too much of a hassle. I'm thinking this might be a good place to stop the episode.